Hi, I am John Hoffman. I am the author of Getting to Healthy, Making the Transition to Eating Real Food, available on Amazon.com. With the COVID-19 pandemic in full swing, it seems like almost every ad on television includes or begins with the phrase, "In these times of uncertainty." While the pandemic did introduce uncertainty into our lives, especially for those who lost their jobs or have loved ones who are ill with the virus, there are still many important things that are certain or that remain largely intact. The love of family members, the values we cherish and live by, the way we treat other people, the skills and knowledge we possess, our religious faith, a society that is still orderly, civilized, and ruled by constitutional law, and an environment where essential societal goods and services are still generally available, despite the fact that our healthcare system has been severely challenged or overwhelmed in some parts of the country. In the midst of all this, there is another certainty that is within your control. That is, your power to take control of your health. If there ever was a time to reflect on the importance of having good health and a strong immune system, it is now. However, many of us continue to believe that our health is largely determined by factors outside of our control, by our genes, by the breadth of coverage of our healthcare plan, by the length of the lists of available drugs and antibiotics, and by our access to medical professionals wearing white laboratory coats. In essence, we have relegated the responsibility for our health to others, thereby releasing us to eat whatever we want at every meal, to neglect exercise, and to burn the candle at both ends of our sleep schedule. This is like saying the performance and longevity of our cars depends more on the skill of our mechanics and on the availability of tools than on whether we drive our cars into the ground, supply them with inferior fuel, push them to their limits, and fail to perform regular oil changes and maintenance procedures. While some health issues are not under a person's control, for most people, your health is under your control, meaning what you eat and how you care for your body largely determines your overall health, your longevity, and physical well-being. We now know, for example, that almost all of the top 15 causes of death in the U.S. are directly related to our diet. If you don't believe this, I challenge you to read Dr. Michael Greger's book, How Not to Die: Discover the Foods Scientifically Proven to Prevent and Reverse Disease. The overwhelming evidence is that diet has a huge impact on our health, on our immune system, and on our risk of dying from chronic diseases. So, isn't now a good time to change an uncertainty in your life into a certainty and regain control over your health? Thanks for watching, and see you next time.